Cambodian Genocide, A Survivor's Story, Episode 4, The War on Culture, the Abolition of the Past. The Angkar wasn't just cruel, it was an idea, a twisted, lethal philosophy. To understand the genocide, you must understand the core belief. That fueled it. They believed true freedom lay in a pure, communist, agrarian utopia. To build this, they had to destroy the previous civilization entirely, and the greatest threat to a utopian dream? Knowledge. Education, money, religion, family, these were all counter-revolutionary. They linked people to the past and allowed them to think for themselves. The educated weren't just targets. They were an existential threat to the Angkar's power. The destruction was swift and systematic. All symbols of the past had to be eradicated. Schools were abolished, libraries were looted, books burned or scattered, places of worship, Buddhist pagodas, mosques, churches were desecrated. They were turned into prisons, communal, storage sheds for rice, or even execution sites. The ultimate act was the elimination of the clergy. Buddhist monks, the very heart of Cambodian spiritual culture, were forced into labor or executed outright. They destroyed the places of learning and the places of faith to ensure that no competing idea could ever take root. Yet the Angkar used a clever tool, deception. They knew the educated were also patriotic. They knew they valued their nation. The lure was simple. The Angkar needs engineers, doctors, and teachers to help rebuild the new Cambodia. Why did so many fall for the trap, even after seeing the initial brutality? Because the idea of national service was powerful. They believed that even these soldiers must value skills. They couldn't imagine a regime so nihilistic that it would kill the very people required to run a hospital or a hydroelectric dam. But the Angkar wasn't interested in rebuilding civilization. They were interested in erasing it. That hope, that belief, and logic was the final fatal weapon used against them. For those of us who had watched the trucks drive away and seen the mass graves, the new rules for survival were clear. You had to hide your intelligence. If you knew how to read, you pretended you didn't. If you used proper manners, you were betraying a middle-class past. The most dangerous thing you could be was attentive or knowledgeable. You had to be a simple peasant, dumb, unthinking, and utterly obedient. Every word was guarded, every movement studied. Survival meant becoming a brilliant actor, playing the role of the uneducated fool, knowing that slip one moment of using the wrong word or showing. Too much expertise meant execution. The ultimate goal of the Angkar was chillingly successful. They didn't just kill people, they killed collective memory. They aimed to eliminate every link to the previous civilization, leaving behind a nation of fear-driven, unthinking obedience, where the past was silent and the future belonged only to the Angkar. We were forced to forget who we were, so we could only be what they wanted us to be, laborers. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more episodes. Thank you for watching.